Hey, as some of you probably know, I'm not really a tank player, and usually I don't enjoy tanking at all. But then this new Guardian tech showed up, and since I'm a main druid and had all of the gear already collected, I had to give it a try. Especially after watching Yoda's 3-button video. It just looks extremely easy, and we love easy on this channel. You basically spec fully into Fresh. Your buttons are Fresh, Lunar Beam, and then you just kind of fill with Moonfire until Fresh is back up again. It's simple, does ridiculous amounts of damage, and looks kinda broken. Now my first run was complete chaos, because my friends kinda rushed me into the key and started before I even could check my setup or my gear. I had an intellect weapon equipped, an intellect trinket, and one of my major cooldowns wasn't even on my bars. None of my macros worked. It was a complete fiesta. At first I generally thought this build was troll, because everything felt so scuffed. But after the dungeon I spent a few minutes fixing my setup and queued another key. And honestly, the second run felt insanely easy. I was just breathing through the dungeon, while basically vibing the entire time. Again, I need to stress this, I'm not a main tank, I don't really know optimal pulls, routing or any of that stuff. And it still worked out completely fine, which honestly says a lot about how strong the setup currently is. The really broken part is that you can basically spend all your rage on Iron Fur permanently, macroing it into your Moonfire, so you just have insane defensive uptime all the time without really thinking about it. And Guardian already has a ton of extra defensive tools on top. So yeah, after the first disaster run I thought this was gonna be complete bait, but after fixing my setup I kinda understand why people are hyping this build up so much. My spidey senses tell me this build is gonna get nerfed really fast, so you should try it out if you have a max level druid and have fun with it while it lasts. I assume it will not last longer than a week. I haven't gotten around to do it yet, but I want to try this on a higher level key with my friends once everyone is around, and see how it works there. I would assume that offensives and pulls start to need tidying a bit, but I will blast more if the mobs live longer because of Fresh. So we are quickly in game. I want to show you a few things before I continue the video. So basically what I played in the first run was this setup. I played my intellect weapon and I played my intellect trinket. Of course I have a tank weapon and I should probably equip it for playing tank. And then trinket wise, I don't really have a good trinket, so I played this one in the second dungeon, which is like okay, but I mean it's a 3-minute cooldown and I don't think it's really that good. Funnily enough, I looted this one in the second run, and Yoda mentioned it in his video, and he thinks this is not very good because it like will not align with your incarnation quite as well. But for now, I think this is my best option since I don't think Crucible is that good either. So yeah, I will probably play this one then for future tank endeavors. So yeah, this is the gear, and then I think stat-wise you want like haste Versa. Obviously, I'm currently running like haste mastery slash crit gear for balanced druid, which is by the way not optimized at all. But yeah, obviously you would prefer to have like haste Versa gear. And then the most important parts are actually the macros. So as you can see, I have like kind of weird bar setup right now because I have multiple iterations of my Iron Fur slash Moonfire macro, and then I have Lunar Beam multiple times in my bars. Basically, I try to like figure out where are the best spots for these buttons because I have like spam them so much. So having the same button on Q and 3 is like not bad in my opinion because like Q is like used with your ring finger and then 3 is like used with your pointy. So yeah, I think this is like a good setup. And then basically these 4 buttons, including the macro, are mainly used. And then you have like obviously your cooldown, your defensives like here and there, and your kick. So it's not a 3-button class. If you really thought you could get away with that, that's not possible. You need all of these other buttons to like actually play the game and be a proper tank. But in general, for your rotation, you are using Fresh, Lunar Beam, and then a macro where you have, I can show this macro actually, um, where you have like your Iron Fur bound into your Moonfire cast. So this is pretty good. And then you have like a focus kick macro, obviously, and the other stuff is like actually not important. So none of the other macros actually get used here. These 2 are the most important ones. So quickly, let me go over talents. I'm not sure what this actually does. So when you take non-periodic damage, you have a chance to cause your next regrowth. So this talent is basically you need to like use regrowth actively on your teammates or yourself, I think. And this one is like a passive one. So your nearby ally drops below 40% health. You consume a charge of Dreams Guide to ally cast a regrowth on them. So this is like auto cast. So this is more noob friendly, like for me. And then I think this one. So this is like if you want to like shift for cat and then use your Heart of the Wild. This is actually something I need to consider. I probably won't like use these talents because I actually don't do that. So the talent points are kind of a bit wasted. So I would probably like go more like this. I'm not sure if you can still increase the range of your spells from like actually increase the range of Thresh. This would be like kind of insane. So then we would like spend this point over here. But I'm not sure if this actually works. I would assume that the real tank mains actually know this. And then I noticed that I think I have the wrong. Where do I have it? No, this is everything is correct. Yeah, you reduce the cooldown of your Luna spells, your arcane spells, reduce the cooldown of Luna Beam. So this is very important because this is what enables you to spam like Moonfire. And then obviously all of the important fresh talents. So as far as I know it, this race thing like needs different talent points which are currently not selected to make it actually good. Yeah, you spend a lot of talent points for that, and we save all of these talent points and put them basically into fresh and stuff like this, to make your fresh like better, and then this enables us to like spam it. But again, if you want to have more information about that, you should probably consult with a real tank, like with Yoda, for example, where I copied this build from, to get more insights on how to actually do it. But it's very easy. One more small tip that I want to give you. I was kind of overwhelmed with the cooldown manager, because there's a lot of stuff in the usual cooldown manager. Let me open it. So a bunch of stuff down here was actually in essential cooldowns, which are no longer essential. You basically press Thresh, Moonfire, Lunar Beam, and then obviously use this CD, like this one. And then you have like Frenzied Regeneration. I think it's quite important to have it on your... to have an idea if you have it up and stuff like that. Because if your healer is like slacking, you can obviously use this to heal yourself. And then obviously Incarnation Elune is your main damage cooldown, so you have this on your cooldown manager. Wait, let me go into Bear. So now the buttons make more sense. I'm actually considering swapping this around like so. So we have 1, 2, 4, and then it currently says Moonfire is mouse button 4, which is actually not true because well, it's bound into like the Iron Fur macros over here. But in general, yeah, I would like set it up so that you can actually see where your buttons are and in the correct order. So basically like your bar is set up as well. So yeah, tracking. I want to track my Lunar Beam, obviously. I want to track my Iron Fur, Incarnation, and then my defensives. And then down there was a lot of utility. As you know, Druid has a lot of utility. I deleted most of that out because I only need to know my defensives, my kick, obviously, but I most likely track this in the bar below anyway. And then I have like 2 more interrupts or like stuff that I can use. You could add like Typhoon to this as well to make it like a like same length as the bar on top. But yeah, in general, this is really not that necessary. But yeah, so this is like the basic tips that I got from playing this, and I'm saying it's kind of fun. Then again, I'm very special in the sense that I enjoy very dumb, easy builds. So I enjoy BM Hunter because it's 3 buttons. I enjoy Sub Rogue because it's 4 buttons, and I enjoy this one very much because it's 3 buttons as well, and it's quite easy to play. So yeah, I'm kind of like the person that enjoys these kinds of builds. Many people say that's quite boring and I don't want to play it, and I understand this. But for me, that is how I like to do it. So yeah, I guess back to the video. This was like a short in-game segment to like show off the stuff and give you a bit of background and explanation on what I actually did on my bars and changed from run 1 to run 2. You should definitely give this a try and tell me in the comments how you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the video. And if so, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
Ja, so, okay.
Blade Rush.
Ich
Dire
musste nicht
Screech.
rein.
Bro.
Ich musste nicht rein.
Ich hab aufs Repel-Kicken gedrückt.
Das ist alles. Also jetzt machen wir hier Stopp.
Also, ja.
Ja, also, ja, das musst du halt sagen, bevor die Mobs bei 10% sind.
Driven.
Und wir vor allen Dingen schon erstmal stehen geblieben sind, dann nach BL geschrieben wird.
Okay.
Und dann um die Ecke
What is
fließt.
happening?